So this is me 2 years ago towards the end of 2022. Around 190 pounds, looking like this. Now this is me 1 year ago towards the end of 2023. Still around 190-ish pounds, looking like this. Now what came to my attention is over the course of this 1 year, it felt like I really didn't make any progress. In fact, maybe I even got a little worse, to be honest with you. So I'm like, yeah, what the heck's going on? I want to change things up and actually make some progress over this next year. So I decided to hop into a bulk. Now this bulk ended up lasting about 6 months, but here is me mid-bulk. You can see I'm definitely putting on some weight. I believe here I was close to 200 pounds, plus or minus a pound or two. But my approach was just to eat more and eat more consistently. However, I didn't want a dirty bulk, and I wanted to try to maximize eating those whole, hearty, healthy foods, lean proteins, and then starches like potatoes, just like clean rice, fruits and vegetables, etc. And yeah, I definitely was putting on body fat like you could see, but I was also putting on strength as well, and I didn't feel as crappy as I had before. So I thought I was going into the right direction. But anyways, let's jump to the end of that bulk. So end of the bulk, boom, here we are. Yeah, definitely put on some size. And even though it wasn't a dirty bulk, like I said, definitely put on some cushion. I mean, I'm accepting that's just what's going to happen when you're natty and you're eating in a calorie surplus for an extended period of time. But yeah, definitely thicker from all angles. But if you look close in the relaxed position, it does look like I put some size on my problem area. And by the way, if you didn't know, my problem area that I really wanted to target was my arms. Arms have just been like skinny noodles for the longest time. But when I look at the side-by-sides before and after the bulk, there were some definite increases in size to the arms and, I guess just everything else. Now all these measurements and stuff are in my 6 months of bulking compilation video. Check that out if you haven't seen that already. But just a quick recap, I did end up putting size on everything from the beginning of the bulk to the end of the bulk. However, that should be expected. I did gain weight. I did gain almost like 16 pounds or so, plus or minus. Okay, but now what about when I cut back down? Will I keep the gains that I made, the size that I made, or would I literally just shrink all the way back down to where I was before starting this bulk, or perhaps end up even worse? Worst case scenario, because I'm going to tell you right now, after the bulk, I did do a bunch of different challenges and dabbled in a bunch of different areas of fitness, not just specifically trying to cut down bodybuilding style or like aesthetic style really. Like I worked on my vertical jump, I worked on my speed, I even got into running. So did I just like literally catabolize all these gains that I made during this bulk and end up to just zero? Gosh, that'd be terrible. Well, let's take a look. So finally getting lean, achieving peak leanness of 2024. This is me right here. So it does look like I lost a lot of that spare tire. I mean, from the side view relaxed position compared to the bulk side view, holy moly, I lost that spare tire. That's a good thing. Also check out the jawline gains I made from peak bulk to peak cut. Very interesting. You can see just getting like to a healthy lean level can really help with the jawline. But did I keep that arm size? Anyways, when I do look at the peak leanness of this year compared to the before, like a year ago, in my opinion, it doesn't necessarily look like much different, unfortunately. But I think what's very important is the fact that, in my opinion, I am leaner than I was last year in this after leanness. Now, over the past couple of weeks, I kind of gained back a little weight, all right? I filled back up a little bit. But that means right now, I'm pretty much right where I was, in my opinion, close to at least, body fat percentage wise, as I was a year ago when I took these before pictures and before measurements. So in my opinion, I believe now is the time to compare to last year to see if I made any progress. Let's take a look. Now, one of the biggest takeaway points right here in the flex position is my core control. In my opinion, it looks like I have so much more core control than I did a year ago. In fact, than I did 2 years ago as well, if you check out that 2 years ago. It looks like I can just hold my core in way tighter. And I think that's due to the ab training challenge that I went through just a month or so ago. I think that allowed me to really get that mind muscle connection with my core back and allow me to flex my core a lot better and get more of a V taper than more of like this little hourglass taper, you know what I'm saying, around the love handles that I always have. Now, front double bicep, in my opinion, also recently, I feel like my arms definitely look bigger. Also from the side position, my arms look bigger. Also from the back position, my arms look bigger. I think I seriously put some size on my triceps. I was focusing on those. And my legs look pretty much, well, they actually look better in my opinion from the rear. Like I said in my running video, I think running has actually helped, for some reason, my posterior chain look a little bit better on the legs. But I mean, it's just so much hair. I don't want to shave my legs. I did it once and I just don't want to do it again. So in my opinion, visually, it definitely looks like I put on some size from last year to this year. It also looks like I have better core control, but there are some issues I am seeing. One issue is it looks like my shoulder is even more locked up than it was last year, which is sad because I kind of wanted to work on it, work on breaking that old injury up, but just never worked out, so it's what it is. Okay, so I actually think I am seeing some legitimate progress, but let's take a look at the measurements, the actual measurements 1 year ago compared to now. Is there any measurable differences? And based on my measurements, I actually did see 1/2 an inch increase on each of my arms. Now, this was a loose 1/2 an inch, I would argue, between 1/4 and 1/2 inch to each arm. But still, that's some progress right there. I know it's a whole year just to get 1/2 inch on the arms, but considering I'm a natural athlete and considering I've been working out for some time now, I would say I'm actually pretty happy with that. But I'm even happier with the 3/4 of an inch increase on my right forearm and the 1/2 inch increase on my left forearm, which if you look at peak bulk, I didn't lose anything from peak bulk to now in that measurement, which is just awesome. Yeah. Now I have to say this is due to, in my opinion, training forearms like a maniac throughout every phase of this. So yeah, I put on more size overall to my forearms than I did my arms, and I kept all the size I put on peak bulk to my forearms, unlike the arms where I lost a little bit back down. But it is what it is, man. Forearms, I trained them like a maniac all throughout the bulk. I trained them all throughout the lean out phase, and I'm training them still. Well, actually right now I'm having a little issue training them because I'm doing a challenge that is you're gonna have to wait and see. But I'm going to find a way to train forearms with this challenge too. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Anyways, right thigh, left thigh. Put on 1/4 inch to both of those. Right calf, nothing. Left calf, 1/4 inch. I guess that's good. It kind of evens them out a little bit. Dude, wow. No size to calves, really. What's up with these calves? Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually happy to see that. I actually made some progress over the course of a year. However, I think I could have made a lot more progress if I would have done 2 things. Number 1, if I would have kept my nutrition more consistent, if I would have consistently ate more protein every single day. There were days where I ate a lot of protein, trying to get around 190 grams a day. But I gotta be honest, there were days and streaks of days where I probably ate well under that. And honestly, man, well under even like 150 grams, probably like 100 grams some days. Based on my experience in the past, I think if I would have just tried to stick to a consistent like 4 meals a day, maybe like 40, 50 grams of protein per meal, I think I would have made a little bit better progress during the bulk and the cut. Bulk, I basically was eating that, but during this like lean out phase, nah. It was all over the place. Also, I think I could have kept more gains, maybe even made a little bit if I wouldn't have been so all over the place with these challenges. But, I'm a YouTuber. I want to make entertaining videos for you guys. And I was also interested in different stuff. But some of the challenges I could have taken away from this, doing all the jump training videos, while I really enjoy doing that and I made some progress in my vertical jump, that's not exactly geared towards bodybuilding aesthetics, So yeah, all the jump training probably hindered the arm training, you know what I'm saying? Well, it definitely did. I know it did. And then also just running. Now, recently I have been running just like 2 miles twice a week, maybe some sprints if I can get them in. But when I was running way more, I think that was actually causing some catabolic action going on. Probably because I couldn't keep up with the eating. I think it just was causing some catabolic action too, even with the eating, to be honest with you. Because I felt like I was running so much distance or trying to for myself, I felt like I was kind of getting like skinny fat for a phase there until I figured it out what worked best for me. I think everyone's different. You got to figure out what works best for you. But yeah, messing around, experimenting around, just not being consistent with the nutrition and the training, obviously, I think caused me to miss out on some potential gains. But overall, I am happy to see I did make some gains. I'm happy to see this, really. I was a little bit afraid I'd look at this and be like, it's all worse. That would have just been a crazy waste of time. Oh my gosh, if it was all worse, I think I would probably cry. But glad it's not. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because I have some challenges coming out, some videos coming out. Hope you guys all have a great day. Have a happy new year. Thank you all so much for sticking around watching my videos. Peace. I will see you all in the next video. But you gotta focus.